This is Glenn West here. So obviously it's now been, a couple weeks since, most of the pitching staff has gone out there and been able to perform in live action. I guess just talk a little about the ways you guys have been able to stay loose and stay, focused ahead of this obviously important weekend for you guys.
Well, every day at practice, we pretty much are resharpening our skills, going out there, long tossing, making sure we get off the bump to stay mentally prepared to go into a game time situation. We also faced a couple of hitters in the past week, so just doing that and envisioning us going into a real time game situation has worked out a lot over the past week for us.
Ma'Khail, how are you approaching it? I mean, this is kind of exciting because you could get the ball in game 2, you could get the ball in game 3. Little anticipation for you?
Well, no, the stakes is pretty high compared to the past few weeks, but the mindset is staying the same. I'm just trying to take it one pitch at a time, 1 out at a time, 1 inning at a time. And by doing that, I feel like I've had the most success instead of thinking about the future, thinking about the present, and making sure I live in the moment and do everything in my power to put the team on my back and get us a win.
What do you attribute to your resurgence? Is it just being healthy and confident? Is it as simple as that?
That's been my mindset for a while now. So yeah, pretty much just stay healthy and have faith in my abilities, and that's worked out a lot.
Obviously, Ma'Khail, you were on such a run there for the last month of the season. Do you wish that was it good to have some time off for you, or do you almost wish that you'd been able to just kind of keep that roll going?
Obviously you want to keep that roll going, but sometimes things don't work out how you plan it. So I've just been trying to stay consistent in what I've been doing to make sure that I lengthen the season and keep us in good standings.
From your perspective, what is it that makes Landon special? What has he done well all year?
He's been very consistent. He stayed healthy throughout the whole year. He hasn't. He's made big time pitches in clutch situations. He's came through whenever there were minor aches and pains in the bullpen. He's just been a bulldog all year. He knows how to pitch to hitters. He understands the philosophy of pitching and what it means to be a bulldog on the mound.
What is that? Have you heard anything about how that ballpark plays? Does it play big? Pitchers have a chance there, or is it a little bit smaller?
I haven't got around to asking that, but I'll find out pretty soon.
Ma'Khail, were you on that 2018 team that went to Corvallis?
Yes, sir, I was.
Okay, I guess now that you're back playing ball on the West Coast, back in a regional in Oregon, what kind of lessons do you take from that to apply to this situation?
Well, just watching overall the 2018 season, we had a lot of arms down in the pen and some starting arms. We were having to adjust a lot and couldn't really get into a good pitching rotation. But understanding how that regional went, there's a lot of lessons to be taken from that. You have to play in the moment. You have to go in there with the mindset of we have to hop on this team early and use every bit of the bullpen piece by piece, no matter how long it takes to secure a win. And I think we did that pretty well for the most part the first half until we got deeper into the regional. We didn't have as many arms that we could look to. Me being out and AJ and a few other people, it was pretty tough.
Ma'Khail, everyone's focusing on this being Paul's last season, but assistant coaches don't normally get carried over. This is AD's last year, Nolan, Eddie's likely, all their last goes here as well. What has AD meant to the pitching staff and to your maturation?
Could you repeat that?
Just what has AD meant to you as a pitcher kind of coming up and with this likely being his last year as well?
Well, me growing up, I haven't had many pitching coaches, but AD being my second pitching coach, it means a lot. Learning a lot from a great. He has a lot of experience in the game, and just learning from him over the years, it's actually more than a game when it comes to AD. It's about life and how you carry yourself, and applies to the game. So just being around him and soaking in his knowledge of the game, it's been amazing. And I can say that for the rest of the pitching staff too.
Thank you.
Ma'Khail, you've obviously got a long relationship with Coach Ranieri, going back to recruiting you out of Central. Can you share just what's just how it's going to feel like going out this weekend, and hopefully you try to give your best for your team, but obviously this guy means a lot to you, and you want to send him out as well on a good note.
Yes, sir. Growing up and being born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I've grown up watching Skip and Ranieri and seeing the great goals that they've accomplished, and I would love to be one of just have that mindset of knowing that I can go out there and contribute to the history of LSU baseball and Paul Maniere's run. So it's pretty exciting, and knowing that my boys are gonna be behind there to pick me up whenever I'm in jams or what have you. So it definitely does mean a lot being from Louisiana and being a Louisiana native.
Okay, I know we've talked about this sort of theme a few times this year with you, kind of things coming full circle. But like you said, you weren't available the last time LSU played in that regional in 2018. Is it sort of just surreal for you looking back on the arc that your career has taken over the last 4 years?
It actually has been pretty surreal. I think last week or 2 weeks ago when I interviewed with y'all said that I was coming full circle, and I didn't realize that until y'all made that be known. And it's crazy, It's crazy how life works and the opportunities that you're given. And basically, since I've started doing better and perfecting my craft and sharpening my skills, it's been a thought in the back of my mind, like this is really happening, and I got to make sure when that opportunity is given to me that I produce every time.
Has it sort of been rejuvenating I'm sure you grew up, hoping to maybe pitch in the, professionally someday. Is it sort of rejuvenating to have this at the end of the career, realize, that might really be a possibility for me again?
Yes, sir. It has been. I haven't tried to think about it too much, but it is a nice start to just know that ever since I've been on campus, just going in and getting my work in every day and picking people's brain, it's gonna pay off in the end.
So
Let's see that crazy middle finger again.
It's pretty long, man. I guess that's how I get so much cut on the ball.
That is nuts. Yeah, I love it.
Real, just a quick follow-up, Ma'Khail. So if it weren't for us asking, would you not have really reflected on that sort of full circle thing at all? Was it just because we're asking about it that it makes you think about it, or have you thought about it yourself separately?
I think y'all caught me while I wasn't thinking about it too much, but I feel like sooner or later it would have came around to me, or my parents maybe would have said. They like to say things like that, especially being the things I've done in high school. I said, you coming full circle. You've already done this before. Just know that whenever you're given this opportunity, that you make the best of it. So I feel like I would have sooner or later got around to it, but y'all definitely helped me with that and realizing that.
Any more questions from Ma'Khail?